This is Black Pauldron, and I do not have a fully posable animated avatar. So, today I want to talk about Room for Ruby. Now, I've watched this episode about 5 times, and I just don't understand what the problem is. A lot of the big YouTubers who are covering Steven Universe content seem to have an issue with this episode being poorly written, and I'm just not convinced. This is one of the best episodes to me because it shows how the Crystal Gems are still flawed, regardless of how many trials they've gone through up to this point. They condescended to the rubies. They patronized the rubies. They tricked the rubies because the rubies are, generally stupid. However, this episode's greatness comes in the payback that Navy, of all the rubies, exacts upon the Crystal Gems. Navy was already a great character as far as I was concerned, but this episode took her character to a whole nother level. Although the outcome of the episode was obvious, Ruby's reveal to be a genuine villain was very entertaining. I'd also like to point out that Lapis got an amazing level of character development in this one. Any opportunity where they are able to showcase Lapis, expressing herself, those are always winners as far as I'm concerned. Now, when it comes to the criticisms of the episode from my favorite YouTubers, I gotta say that yes, more could have been done to prevent the obvious outcome of accepting Ruby Navy into the Crystal Gems, or the Crystal Temps as Steven was trying to dump her on. However, these episodes aren't that long, and I feel like the point of the episode was executed perfectly. That was, at the end of the day, Steven and the rest of the Crystal Gems don't have it all together. Now, with the criticism, I would like to address something good that actually came out of this episode, which I feel like a lot of people are overlooking, and that's the future branches from which this show has created as far as where the story's going to go. This is my personal interpretation of what we're going to see occur next in the series, because this show is still long from over from what I'm seeing. Now, from this point forward, I believe that the Rubies will be the new villains in Steven Universe, much like the role Jasper filled up to her corruption. We now know that Navy is a vindictive, manipulating, sadistic soldier. Now, we know some of the other Rubies' personalities, but how transparent were they up till now? We know Eyeball a little, and we know Doc a little, but we don't know the rest. And we just got introduced to Navy's true nature. I do not believe that the Rubies will go straight to the Diamonds and report what has happened to them. I believe that they will take the fight directly to the Crystal Gems as the sort of half-serious, half-comedically depicted villains for the future arcs of the series, spread out just like how Jasper was over several episodes. Like I said before, the Crystal Gems are obviously still flawed if they can let something like this happen. The Rubies will be back, and this will be the opportunity before we start getting into the real conflict for the Crystal Gems to learn how to not underestimate their opponents. I feel like the Rubies are going to get a great deal of character development in the villain role. The show's plot-driven episodes are picking up. However, I don't feel like we're going to see the Diamonds again for quite a while. Alternatively, what could happen is that Navy rescues the rest of the Rubies. They report what has happened to them, and that Rose is still alive in the form of Steven. I simply just don't agree with this outcome because it scales the conflict too quickly. The Diamonds will have to act, and we still haven't gotten anything from White Diamond, let alone sufficient enough character development from either of the Diamonds, which seem to boast a lot of unknown character traits and implementation into the story's history, into the lore of Steven Universe. Yes, I am going with the idea that the Rubies will be the new reoccurring villain until Yellow Diamond decides to collect a few more humans for Blue Diamond to put in the zoo, which is when the real conflict goes down. Well, that's my take anyway on Root for Ruby and, the speculation about what's going to happen next. I'm personally thrilled that we have a potential reoccurring villain, possibly. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I'll leave you guys with my favorite scene in the whole episode. And yeah, see you guys later.
Garnet! It worked! Is that star screaming? It's Navy!
That's a ruby.